Good morning, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot with a little bit of astrology for these dailies. And as you can see, I'm using the Whispering Spirits Tarot by Joanna Nelson for today, Thursday, February 9th, 2023. The moon's in Libra, 2 degrees Libra, early this morning, 6 a.m. Pacific. And it is opposing, it's coming into an exact opposition, so it could be a little conflict with Jupiter in Aries that kind of wants to get going. But with the moon in Libra, we do have to make decisions. And that is supported by, we have the High Priestess. Now that's how you make a decision. You go to your higher self first, right? Check it out with your higher self first. So anyway, back to the astrology. With the moon in Libra, it's also trining Mercury and Pluto. And Mercury and Pluto are just like this, they're talking. They're tight. And, they're both in Capricorn. It's all about manifesting. And what is it that you want to bring in personally? And on another level, we could be seeing some fairness, maybe some justice with, lawsuits against these dirty politicians that we've been dealing with. But personally is what I want to stick with for you guys. So with the Eight of Swords reversed, okay, so here, let me just draw the other card. I'm getting really excited about this for you guys. There we go. Yeah, and then the Nine of Swords. Okay, this is interesting. Eight of Swords reversed and the Nine of Swords. So one way when you get a reversal, one way to work with it sometimes is to go back to the previous card. So with the Eight of Swords reversed, we'd be going back to the Seven of Swords. That card is all about the need to go back and make some decisions, the need to go back and tie up some loose ends on a personal level, because maybe things went really quickly, communication wise, or learning something new, and you just didn't get it in all the way. So it could play out that way where you have to go back. On another level, though, I'm seeing this, and this is what I was getting excited about. With the High Priestess, she's quiet, she's silent, because and usually her eyes are closed, but she may open them, to reveal a secret as she's speaking. But I have to go with the imagery on this deck, and it's really beautiful. So she's holding in traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, it's the Torah, like the ancient scrolls, the universal laws, the cosmic laws of love is what I like to call them. And hold on one second. And here, she has wings, the sun shining. She has her little creatures always flying around her. I love this deck. But anyway, with the moon, that's to remember to trust your intuition. The High Priestess is our guidance card. It's our card of trusting our intuition, trusting ourselves mostly, trusting our inner understanding, our inner intelligence. And that's where we get real clarity. But you have to go there first when you're trying to make a decision. You ask your higher self, who knows everything and everything for you on your own personal path, which is unique to each one of us. So we can't compare what other people are doing and say, oh, that's the way to go. We always have to go inside and connect with our intuition first. And it's sad, but it's one of the things that most people tend to do is they look outside for what other people are doing. Now, that's great if you're looking for a mentor of someone who's done it before, or someone who's been doing it for a long time. Mentors are awesome. But when it comes to you and your own personal path, the way to... Now, I'm speaking to the Eight of Swords reverse. The way to get yourself out of your own created prison, which is what this card looks like, the swords are, like falling out. Just think of each one of these swords as being maybe a false belief. and you're letting those go. But the way to do it is to keep coming back inside of who you truly are, which is what the High Priestess is about, right? And then with the Nine of Swords, well, it could be the need to close your eyes. It could be, we do have, a lot of swords here. So to me, the swords they're mental, they're of the air, they're dry. I see here the need to drink more water and make sure you don't wind up with a headache. Otherwise, if our bodies are over 70% water, our brains are over 90% water, and they need that. Our brains need water and carbs in order to function. So if we don't get enough water or enough carbs, right, like just a complete fast on nothing is not going to be healthy, and most likely you will wind up with a headache. On another level, this could be showing the predicament that we're all in right now, where there's so much information coming up and spinning, and there's so much to pay attention to on the news, and then other times we need to just shut it off. I mean, I didn't listen to anything yesterday. My internet was down all day, but I still have, it's weird if you have like Dish or DirecTV or something like that, that dish still works. It will still down, your DVR will still work. But I just didn't want it on. I couldn't stand the images of poor people in Turkey. Oh my gosh. I was just, there's so much. We are connected to the world through TV, through all forms of media. And I get overwhelmed sometimes with it. So that's what I do, is I go back here to the High Priestess, and I need silence all day, except for to connect with some people that I love dearly. Heidi. Heidi and I text all the time. So anyway, there's that. And then I really feel like it's a warning for make sure you get enough water in you, because if you don't, you could wake up Friday morning with a headache. Just make sure you're really, really well hydrated. Now let me explore some other options of what this could be. So with the Eight of Swords reversed, we have to be careful about conflicts with other people. We have to be careful of moving too quickly and having, it's like you could stub your toe or ram your knee into something, or, you just run into the wall, the side of it or something like that, because you're looking at your phone as you're moving through your house or something. I mean, it's being human. But there's a need to slow down here is what I'm seeing. And that's especially true with that moon in Libra that needs to be balanced, and then Jupiter's in Aries that is just calling our attention all over the place. And sometimes it can bring up, anger. Like, why aren't they doing this? Why don't we have this? Why are these people saying that? What is going on? And, politically, that's the way things are right now. It's just very challenging. So we need to take a lot of deep breaths, let the mind slow down, and know that with the Nine of Swords, no matter what's going on, everything passes, everything gets better. Even if you're going through the dark night of the soul, which is so normal, everybody goes through it. I've been through it several times, and I feel confident that I think I'm done, but you never know, right? Something else may come up, because as you grow and evolve, you can keep bringing in fragments of what would have been the next lifetime, to heal, right? Because we're here with just all these ego fragments, and you can't get rid of your ego to be human. The deal is that it's all about aligning with your higher self and stepping back from the ego mind that wants it to be right now and my way, or it's all about control. So we have to surrender, and then we fall back into our greater self. Again, High Priestess, the greater self. We go into receptive mode, and we surrender. And then from there, your ego can align with your higher self, which is what it's all about. Your higher self, your real self. You have your humanity and your divine working together in harmony. And so I don't necessarily see the Nine of Swords as being challenging. It's just sometimes not sometimes. Whenever we're going through any type of healing, if it's the deeper, like the dark night of the soul situation, it's really important to expect that depression, a little bit of depression, is normal. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that the repressed feelings from the past, the repressed emotional issues from the past are coming up to clear and to heal. And you're finding a whole new way of functioning, right, with your greater self. So just think of, keep going back to this High Priestess. But both of these cards here on the end are very, very aligned with silence. And I think that Eight of Swords reversed, I don't know that it's very talkative either, right? So, okay, I think that's all I have for today. Let me know if you guys get anything that I missed, or you get a whole different angle on it. I know I have so many readers out there that watch, and I so appreciate your support. So anyway, take care, you guys. Big hugs. Bye.